Hello and greetings, Dr. Dalton and fellow classmates. I am Jesse McCoy and this is my summary video. I covered the movie The Theory of Everything. This movie surrounded the famous Dr. Stephen Hawking, physics scientist, and his existing onset of motor neuron disease, or known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, that gradually worsened in his body throughout the movie. My thoughts were that Stephen already had this disease, but during the beginning parts of the movie, his body showed minimum to no symptoms that one would expect from someone who was very active, smart, and attending Cambridge University. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, which is a rapidly progressive and variable fatal neurological disease that attacks the nerve cells or neurons responsible for controlling voluntary muscles. In ALS, both the upper motor neuron and the lower motor neuron degenerates or die, ceasing to send messages to the muscle. Unable to function, the muscle gradually weakens, wastes away, and twitch. Eventually, the ability of the brain to start and control voluntary movements is lost. When muscle in the diaphragm and chest wall fail, individuals lose the ability to breathe without ventilator support. In the movie, Stephen had to get an emergency tracheotomy to breathe. This movie and assignment made me realize that the mind is one critical part of the body. As long as it operates and functions, you can live if that is your desire. It is certain that Stephen's disability condition would get worsened as his support structure, wife, family, kids, and his friends were already in place to help him battle with what he called a temporal thing. I took his saying as a temporal thing in two meanings. One could be a denial, and the other one could be like, I'm going to beat this disease and I'm going to live a long life. My perception of Stephen was that he displayed the right attitude and persona because he had to rely on others for his survival. It's like be nice to others as they are nice to you. He had the smarts that compensated for what he was lacking physically. He wasn't a bitter person, and he wasn't someone who he was someone who liked to be around a lot of people, liked to have fun. By him being a scientist, he loved advanced technologies, especially those new devices that would add increase to his quality of life. Before ALS really started to take a toll on his body, Stephen did what he could to be independent. His wife Jane carried the load for his family. My perspective of disability is that we all have some sort of disability, illness, or disease, because we are not perfect individuals. And if the disability is not showing up in someone's life now, don't worry, it'll show up later. For instance, someone may experience minimum to very light symptoms of disabilities, while others may experience severe chronic disabilities. A disability can gradually get worse over time, or something supernaturally happen and the disability goes away or in remission for a period of time. I believe that a continuance or influx of independence, help, communication, support, counsel, respect, rights, accessibility, accommodations, adherence, research, innovations, funding, quality of life, medicines, and treatments are all necessary for a person with disabilities to survive. I can now recognize the stages within the adaptation and adjustment theory that a person with a disability goes through after and on set. This course provided me with understanding and compassion, not feeling sorry for a person with a disability, but be filled with empathy, passion, and wanting to help them map a plan and set their goals to move forward with the best life they can achieve. Working with people with disabilities is about understanding their needs and their goals with grace to help them move forward with a meaningful life. In doing so, we must understand that people with disabilities are individuals, and all individuals are different. In counsel, we must listen, don't make assumptions or prejudge, don't stereotype, be open, be positive, not negative, be tolerant, be considerate, ask before helping. We must get out of the mindset of wanting to fix everything. Talk with the client directly if they are able to comprehend. Find out about the client's holistic background. Speak with the family members of the client. Speak normally or regular. Match the client's language professionally. Use proper terms like person with disability. Be aware of their personal space, privacy, confidentiality. Use the appropriate therapeutic approach that helps the client the best. Be approachable. Be knowledgeable of the programs and network that can help the client achieve their goals. Work in the confines of moral, ethical, and legal when making decisions. Do what is right in the confines for the client. Do no harm. And lastly, take care of self along the way. This concludes my summary for this assignment. I am Jesse McCoy in class 5306. You have a great day. I'm out.